Welcome, friends. Welcome back to the kitchen. Welcome back to Cocktails After Dark. Today we're going to do another cocktail out of this 1951 cocktail book called Ted Saucier's Bottoms Up. We've done cocktails from it before. It is a very pivotal book in the realm of cocktail making. It is sort of, it is the beginning of a shift in the types of cocktails that people make. And I can't really show you much of what's in this book because there are some very sort of saucy drawings. In fact, the drawing right beside the recipe we're doing today, I'll have to cover. Otherwise, we'll be demonetized by YouTube. Now, Ted Saucier was a real man about town. He worked in advertising. He worked in marketing. He spent a lot of time in the hotel business, marketing and advertising hotels, traveled the world, knew lots of people, and compiled recipes from everywhere. And the recipe we're going to do today is called the Broadway Thirst. And it's by Harry Craddock. And we've done a bunch of recipes from Harry Craddock cocktail books in the past. But I've never come across this one in any of Harry's books. And this is while he was working at the American Bar at the Dorchester in London. It is a tequila cocktail from 1951. So we are going to use a typical 1951 tequila. And this is Cuervo. And I know for a lot of people, Cuervo has a fairly bad reputation. They've had the Cuervo Mixto tequilas. This is a 100% blue agave, very typical of what would have been around in 1951. So we're going to start out with that tequila in this shaker. One of the things I've learned about tequila along the way is that barrel-aged tequilas didn't appear until 1974. Prior to 1974, no one marketed widely a tequila that was barrel-aged. That's not to say that they probably didn't happen, but they weren't available outside of, unless you knew the person who was distilling them. So 1974 is sort of a breaking point in tequila. And we're going to use a barrel-aged tequila in this other cocktail just to see how the flavor changes by putting it into a barrel. And so we'll use this one in the second cocktail. Now we need orange juice, and lemon juice, and simple syrup. Now, I was as surprised as you that 1974 was the date of the first barrel-aged tequila being marketed. Obviously, it might have happened before then, possibly could have happened before then, but nobody brought one to market. No one put it in a bottle and said, this has been barrel-aged, and sold it out in the open marketplace. And I had just assumed that, tequila would have been put in a barrel from the very beginning, just like everything else. Just like whiskey, just like bourbon, just like rum. All of those alcohols were made and then stored in barrels for transportation or stored in barrels for flavor enhancement. Tequila was always meant to be drunk straight off the still, not to be aged, and not to have other flavors influencing the agave. And double strain. Hey, Jules.
Hey, Glenn. Hey, friends. What do we have today? Oh, I see we have a tequila mix.
We have the Broadway Thirst from a 1951 cocktail book.
Okay.
And
perhaps big event in New York.
Maybe. So 1951 is relatively early on in tequila cocktails in cocktail books.
Okay.
There aren't a whole lot in this time period. So I've done it two ways, using two different tequilas, using the Cuervo. This is the Cuervo.
Okay.
And this one is the Dragons, Casa Dragons.
Okay.
So let's see what you think.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Okay, so
That's got a nice flavor to it.
so this is an añejo tequila, so it's been in a barrel. This is no barrel aging.
Oh, not the same at all.
No.
Not the same at all. I prefer this one. I think this one has a fuller flavor to it.
Yes, but okay, I would agree. I like that one more because it has the flavor's a little more challenging. It's a little more round. It's
But it's kind of like liking something more doesn't necessarily mean this one is not
that one is
a
amazing.
cocktail.
I still like that cocktail. Someone put that down in front of me. I've probably said this before. I would enjoy it. I could see
Very refreshing.
yeah, I could see myself drinking that out of a plastic cup somewhere.
Oh, somewhere on like a beach somewhere.
Somewhere where they
it's
serve
got that tropical.
Yeah.
It's you could probably. I wonder if
Yep.
it would go with pineapple juice too. A little
Yeah,
pineapple
a little
juice instead of a double citrus.
That is a plastic cup cocktail. Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That's that transition in 1951,
yeah,
right? Like you're
yeah.
starting to get fruit juices
Yeah.
and
This is a little more refined. This is a Nick and Nora cocktail. But, give me a book, give me a beach, give me a lounge chair, give me a plastic cup with this, and I'm happy. I'm
there you
simple.
go.
So, I think this is a pretty good. I think this is a pretty good cocktail, and a lot of what we think about tequila, as someone who has worked in advertising, a lot of what we think about tequila is driven by a marketing story.
Yeah.
And I've said this before. It's driven by a marketing story. The companies that make tequila want you to believe a certain thing, and they're not going to lie about it, but they're going to, build a story that makes you think something that they may not come right out and say, but you've started to think it. So explore tequila, but get rid of the brand messaging and find something that you like the flavor of. I think that's important for anything in life. Find what you like.
There you go.
Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.
All right, my friend.
Maybe when we're in Oaxaca, we should make these. Are you coming on the Glenn and Friends trip to Mexico? Maybe we should have a Broadway Thirst one.
And
event.
yet, there's probably so many things we could have.
Oh, there's probably, yes.
Who knows?
But this could be one. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.